There's a king. Alright everybody, this is 444RR with a new magic trick, and this one is an updated version to a previous trick, but I'm going to talk about all that when I review the trick at the end of the video. So here we go. I have a deck of cards here, and I have two helping cards, the 7 of clubs and the 7 of spades. They're going to help me in just a moment with this trick. But I want you to see that I'm a hoarder with playing cards. I collect one card from a bunch of different decks of cards. So as you notice here, every card in the deck is different. And you can go through every single card. The spectator can look at every single card and see it. Now, the spectator, it's better to do this with two spectators. You'll deal cards down, and the spectator will just tell you stop whenever you want. So let's say they say stop right there. All right, so we're going to place one card face up. I'm going to mark where they've cut or where they've stopped me at. And we'll do it one more time. And this time we're going to just deal some cards, and we're going to see where they say stop. Let's say they say stop right there. Okay, so now there's no possible way I could have known where the spectators would say stop if there was any spectators actually here. I'm going to spread the cards out, and we're going to take the card right above the face-up card. Or you could say the one right to the right of it, whatever you want to say. Okay, now this is pretty impressive. This is pretty impressive here. I have two cards, and they are both rider back. Now that's not very impressive, considering the fact that some of these are actually rider backs. So that's just kind of like a one in a couple chance, you know. But there are some other different cards in here, like the crowns, and you've got like carnival deck in here and stuff like that. So that's not as impressive. I'll give you that. But what's kind of impressive is I took the 7 of spades from a red-backed rider deck, and I took the 7 of clubs from a red-backed rider deck. That's pretty cool. But what's also another cool thing, too, is the red card is a 7 of spades, which matches this one. And this is the 7 of clubs, which matches this one. Now, you probably know how the trick is done. And you probably think I use all 7s in my deck. And you'd be correct in assuming that. I do use all 7s. But what I don't understand how this works is because I use all red 7s and not a single black 7 in my deck. So that's kind of a mystery. And this is Kaleidoscope Cards, updated version or 2.0. Alright, now I'm going to talk about how this is different from the original Kaleidoscope Cards, and also how I've modified this for my style of performing. Now, in the original 2.0, in the Kaleidoscope Cards you get, if you get the new and improved version, you don't have the handling that I showed in the demo. You actually get this handling, where you're not finding the mate or the matches to the card. You're not finding like the 7 of spades won't find the 7 of spades. You'll find the mates. So that means the face-up 7 will find a face-down 7 of clubs. And the 7 of clubs will find the 7 of spades. I changed that because of the fact that I didn't really like how it finds the matches, or it finds the mates instead of the matches. I liked it better in the original version of Kaleidoscope Cards, at least in my version, you were finding the matches or the mates instead, the matches instead of the mates, which I liked. Because in the original version of Kaleidoscope Cards, the matches would be the same back. In this one, you show, oh, these are the same backs, but they're the mates. I don't know why I changed it. I mean, the trick is still cool with the mates instead of the matches. I just like performing it with the matches instead. So if you're watching this video and you helped create the trick and you're wondering why I changed it, because for my style, I'm used to the other version of it where I find the matches instead of the mates. So let's talk about this trick and how it's different from the original version. Well, the one thing I talked about was you find the mates instead of the matches. Talked about that. Also, the cards are printed differently. In this deck, you get a standard deck printing. Every card you get genuine cards from genuine decks, like this is Tally Ho's. Some of the decks this is Carnival Chaos, and you do get rider backs mixed in here. In my version, in my original version of Kaleidoscope Cards, I had all these random cards. I mean, they were like cards like this. They were like business cards printed on the front, and then on the back, they had playing cards on the back. It was like a business card on the front and a playing card on the back. And I always thought that was so stupid. When I saw Magic Geek had put this one out, I was like, oh, this is exciting. I'm going to get this one because of the way that the cards are all more like regular playing cards. In other versions of Kaleidoscope Cards, in previous versions, they've had them bridge-sized cards. And bridge-sized cards are like half the size of a playing card. If you've ever played bridge, you know that they're smaller. They're considerably smaller. Another good thing about them being all regular playing cards and having playing card feel to them is you can fan them, which is a nice touch too. You can fan the entire deck to show all the cards are 7 of diamonds, which is a nice effect. This version here, the one I had, the original one I had, you really can't fan the cards as well. I mean, you sort of can, but they don't fan as well. And if you had the bridge-sized cards too, you couldn't really fan those as well either. So this is Kaleidoscope Cards. I call it 2.0 because it's the new and improved version. You get a different handling than the original, and you get newer, nicer printed cards, which is nice too. I'm gonna give this, you know, it's like 5 magic wands out of 5. I mean, it's a great trick. Now, if you already have Kaleidoscope Cards and you're happy with it, then just keep it. I wasn't happy with my version of Kaleidoscope Cards. I really didn't like how they look like business cards, like I say on the front, and then a playing card on the back. I didn't really like that. That's why I wanted to get this new updated version of Kaleidoscope Cards. But if you already got yours and you're happy with it, keep it, because it's the same exact trick. They've changed nothing in it. They've just changed, like I said, the way the cards are shown at the end, and also they've changed the way the cards are printed too. They look more like actual playing cards. They really are actual playing cards from Rider Backed and Tally Hoes and Fighting Dogs and all that great stuff. One other thing is, if you watch the Magic Geek demo and you see mine, the cards are different. Every deck of cards that you get for Kaleidoscope Cards is going to be different. They're not all going to be, like in the demo video, I think they were all Jack of Hearts or something. This is all 7 of Diamonds. So they're all going to be different for every deck you get. So yours might be like all aces or something, you know. So you can't customize which ones you get. It's all random. You just get a random deck, and you're not going to know what is in the deck. So that's Kaleidoscope Cards. And also, it's produced by El Capitan Magic, sorry, and they are working exclusively with Magic Geek on putting out some new items. You won't see El Capitan Magic anywhere else. You won't see it on Elmwood. You won't see it on Penguin Magic. It's going to be exclusively, for the time being, on Magic Geek. So go check them out. They've got another trick out too called the Triumph deck. It looks like a really cool trick. So, and they're putting out some other new magic with Magic Geek. So Kaleidoscope Cards, I call it 2.0. Hope you guys enjoy.